If you will recall to a week ago when I did the riding upstairs Mike Boyd challenge, I unboxed and played with this 360 camera by the company Insta360. It is the One R, and mentioned that I wanted to play with it in that video for an upcoming sponsored video. This is that sponsored video. If I'm honest, when this was originally proposed to me, I didn't really figure that I had any real use whatsoever for a 360 camera. Based on videos I've seen, the presenters tend to do a very poor job of showing it as anything but a novelty. But the shots that I got shooting alone with it in that practice video added a level of dynamics to the different shot angles and the way the video kind of flowed that I realized maybe I was wrong. Maybe using this the right way could become a staple in future vlogs. So, in an effort to fully test out the true capabilities of the Insta360 One R, I invited a few of my really pretty decent mountain biker friends out to go ride a little bit and make it a bit of a video shoot, so that we can attempt to find all of the possibilities that this might have to offer. This is the spin-dat review of the Insta360 One R 360 camera. I just want to do a small disclaimer here. I am far from a camera nerd, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I just like making YouTube videos. So we're kind of starting today at the Macintosh Run Trail, mostly because it is sanctioned and we're allowed to be here. And there's currently a huge push by Mountain Bike Atlantic to get more and more people interested in coming to this area. Now, I did come here just a little bit earlier than everybody else to just spend some time, mess around with some self-shot stuff. Because of my week's experience of playing with the camera, I feel like it is going to be better looking shots than I've ever gotten on this particular trail right here called Osprey. See, the thing that's kind of like game-changing for me is in the app, in the Insta360 app for this One R camera, it offers an AI like follow feature. So you can click on what you want the camera's 360 view to follow, and it acts as a person who would be like sitting here and shooting as you go by. For someone like me who shoots alone a lot, because my vlogs are very like last minute, it's hard to organize getting people there, I really can't be held to anybody else's schedule, this feature is invaluable. And the best part is, because I'm so unskilled, it does most of it for me. Now, I do typically see other mountain bike YouTubers putting their cameras on bars or other places. And while those are hardly ever the shots that I'm ever going for, I think it would be a disservice to this review and this overview of the Insta360 One R to not try and do the same. Besides, if we're talking about something that gives more dynamic shots, if you can play around with a camera that's out front and stays somewhat stable, maybe I'm not giving it a fair enough try. All right, let's see if it's any good. I know one thing is for sure, I am not crazy about having a camera on my handlebars like this. It just looks stupid. I suspect that was probably okay, but I would say that while alone, this is not the kind of camera setup that I'm going to use very often. Though, based on the videos and tutorials that I've seen through the company and other YouTube videos, I do see a benefit to having it locked off somewhere if you're chasing someone or someone is near you. So I think that might be the perfect segue to go see if the crew is here, strap it on to two of them, and see what it's like with a chest mount chase run. just Devin showed up, but that's okay. We're still gonna be able to get all sorts of two-person shots and kind of play around with the trees and different angles and everything that this 360 camera should be able to grab some fun angles from. Flat. Boo, the worst. Some fishing line from here and get you a tube and try and get that shot that I'm like dreaming of. See how kind of like flowy and downhilly this particular trail is? There's a video from someone else on here posted about like these different cool ways they've done 360 shots. And one of the things he did was tie a fishing line to one tree, through a truck to another tree. It was kind of like, I don't know how long it was, it doesn't matter. But as it went down, it was like the 360 view as you were going around. And all that did to me, super easy, cheap cable cam footage. I am always in awe when I watch cable cam footage, and I think the AI and the fact that this is small and compact could work so perfect on this section of trail. So on one of these trees, I don't know which section I want to do yet, I'm going to tie the fishing line with the camera on it and just try and get it to come down here, and hopefully the AI is able to follow whether it's me or Devin riding by and create a really cool, smooth cable cam style clip. Finish this off with a few final thoughts. First of all, I want to reiterate that originally I had like no obvious reason to even consider playing around with a 360 camera. But truthfully, what sold me on this was the tracking feature that they tout so much. Follow feature through the Insta360 app gives me, the way I like to shoot, another option for actually getting some locked off shots that isn't just like me riding by, having to come back, set the camera up again. It actually gives it that nice sweeping pan. There I come into frame. See, I'm there. You hold where you want it to track to, and it gets the shot for you. You've just gotten a shot that before this would have taken a lot of weird mechanical bits or two people. The panning does seem a little bit mechanical. Not that that's a bad thing. It is just different than the way a human would pan, because this is kind of locked in position and it really only does have the one spot that it can pan by. Without question, the panning and tracking feature through the app is going to be the #1 use for me with this camera from this point forward. Now, stabilization, something ultimately very, very important for any sort of mountain bike riding. And I've obviously, as most of you know, been shooting with a GoPro Hero 7 for a long time. I've been very happy with the stabilization that it does provide. This, I might argue, is better. When I put these on the handlebar on that trail, and the fact that there is no discernible bouncing whatsoever without it locked on, chasing anybody, or doing anything besides just making sure that the camera is steady and smooth and watchable, just tells me that it's doing a really good job. And that trail that we're on is not smooth. Further to that, I am not a smooth rider. It made me seem like I was. And I appreciate that. So I would very much say that this is going to be the camera that I grab with the 360 lens on it every single time I go out to do any mountain bike video production from this point forward. Theoretically, this, if you're like me and you hurled it down a tree and smacked it on a rock and got a little scratch on the lens, that you don't have to worry about it maybe as much, because you could possibly just replace the lens that you just smacked on a rock. Yes, I did hurl my new 360 camera into a rock over the weekend. I would suggest using the 360 lens protector. So if you are looking for a 360 camera for messing around with, or you vlog or whatever, and you're looking for more dynamic shots, the Insta360 One R is actually on sale with the bike bundle on their website from today for the next few weeks. So I have it linked below. Keep in mind, this is a sponsored video, so there is some affiliate stuff going on down there. If you decide to purchase through this video, it helps. Well, it helps the channel immensely. And if you are looking for a little bit more straightforward of a verdict of whether or not I like it, the One R will be in my backpack, ready, willing, and able.